Well, hello, and welcome back to what I feel like is a long overdue video. The old 2014 here was frustrating me the other day. Popped up saying I needed to service the Stabilitrac, the park assist was disabled, and the ABS light came on. So, got out my handy dandy scan tool. Let me plug it real quick. The Launch by Creed. Thanks again for sending this over, guys. And I was able to pull the code from the braking system, basically. And what it told me was, now yours may vary, it's not necessarily going to be this exact same one, but the process is the same no matter which wheel you hit. It said the front left speed sensor the circuit was open. So this tool right here also has a diagnostic to where if I was driving it, I could monitor all the different sensors, and all the other sensors would show the actual speed the vehicle was going, except that front left is just showing 0. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you exactly how to change that out. And this is going to be kind of a two-part series too, because I'm going to make a different video kind of with the same process here. I've actually got to do the front brakes because they are squeaking bad, and I haven't changed them since I've owned this truck. Now, before we get started, the real irony of this is that I actually, a year and a half ago, I actually had the front end on this truck rebuilt. 150,000 miles. It was probably 140,000 then. You know, things were starting to need some repair. Some ball joints were bad and whatnot. And I could have certainly done it and made videos on it. I don't know why I don't like doing suspension work. So I took it to a shop, and the irony was, as they had it tore apart, he told me, hey, your front driver's side hub, it's busted, it's wore out, you need a new one. If you want, I'll go ahead and tack it on for the cost of the price and not any labor since I'm already in there. Cool, great. I mean, they did me a solid. They really did. The bad thing is, used a local parts store. I'm not going to mention them because they're a big chain. And ironically, that's the one that went. Lasted a year and a half. All the other originals are still good. It's the aftermarket one. So that's why I'm always telling you guys that I like, whenever I have the opportunity, unless I just know it's a quality part, I like to go with the OEM manufacturer. So we've got a GM genuine part here from AC Delco. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to change out this speed sensor. This is something that, if you were to take it to a shop, it could get quite expensive to do, but I'm going to walk you guys through it today. If you've ever changed a tire and you're able to turn a wrench, you can do this. It's not rocket science. It's not really hard. It's not something you have to be scared of. $30, you can change one of these yourself if you're getting this exact code that I'm getting. All right, let's get started. First thing we got to do is we got to lift this truck up off the ground and get the offending tire off, which is my front driver's side tire. So I'm going to jack it up in the air. We're going to pull that wheel off, and then we'll get started together. Okay, just like that, we got her up in the air, supported with a jack stand. The wheel's ready to come off. Now, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see my feet on here, but, you know, I am from Arkansas, so, yeah, sometimes I wear flip-flops when I do work, and, yeah, I can already hear you guys in the comments. Yes, it is bad. I shouldn't do it. Something falls on my toes or my feet. It's my own fault. Okay, so now that we got past that, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got to deal with here. The part that we are replacing today is specifically, it plugs in up here and it runs down behind the rotor. So what does that mean? That means that we need the whole caliper and the caliper mount assembly. We need that entire thing to come off. We need the rotor to come off, and that will gain us access to be able to replace said speed sensor. Come on over to the other side. I'll show you what we're going to do. In all reality, what you can do, and I'm doing a brake job included in this, but what you could do is remove the entire assembly here, which is going to be this bolt right here, and you see that bottom one right there. That'll take this whole caliper and mount off, and then you need to suspend it somewhere up here where it won't dangle, because dangling on that brake cable is a bad thing. I'm actually going to break it down because A, I need to replace the brake pads, but B, I also feel like it makes it a little easier to work with. It's lighter weight. It's better in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead, rather than pop those two bolts I showed you and take it off as a whole assembly, I'm going to pop the caliper and then the caliper mount. So We'll pop this top bolt for the caliper and that one right here. If you decide to do it the way that I'm doing it, the caliper bolts themselves are a 19 millimeter, and sometimes you got to get a wrench on them because they want to spin. But we'll see if we can get them off without them spinning too much. Just one caliper bolt, set it off to the side. And now we'll do the bottom caliper bolt. Be ready for it to want to bounce off of there. The other bolt, it's got enough tension on it still that it's not going to fall, but we need to go ahead and remove said caliper. And now we can suspend this baby up and out of the way somewhere, like right there. You just want to make sure it doesn't fall or anything. And now I could replace the brake pads, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the actual caliper mount. So mine is an 18 millimeter. And these are going to be tight if they've never been taken off before. I think the torque spec on them is something like 170 some odd foot-pounds, so they may need some persuasion, like a hammer or something, to come off. I personally like these soft dead blow hammers that I can hit on with. So I can put my breaker bar on there and kind of give them a few taps and see if I loosen them up. If my caliper doesn't want to fall. That's why you really need a hook for it. Let's flip it upside down and see if we can kind of support it in there. There we go, that'll work. Okay. You know, sometimes things don't always go as planned. I think I'm going to get there, but I am disappointed, to be quite honest with you. Let me show you what I'm dealing with and maybe what you can do too. We're about to find out. Okay, so as you can see, the caliper's off. It's being supported up there. The bracket, though, wow. I'm guessing that alien technology is somewhat of the variety of a Milwaukee Fuel Impact 20,000 foot-pound torque wrench. And I got the bottom bolt off. I cannot get this one off. I cannot. I have half-inch air tools, impact rated. I don't have an M18 half-inch though, and I think I could probably get it with that, but it's rather small constraints in there. You can't get much of a breaker bar on it. I'm kind of out of luck with that, unless I go buy an M18, and I don't really want to right now. Regardless, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this caliper down and around here. Show you kind of what I've figured out, surprisingly. I was able to take this Allen key. What size is it, by the way, once you get there? It's a 5. I think it's a 5 or a 6. And the idea, the theory is that this bracket comes off, this whole rotor comes off, then you have access to where this wire leads, which is bada bing, right there. Okay. So what you see there is the bolt. I was able to, surprisingly, get this undone like so without stripping it. Your mileage may vary. So I'm going to turn that the rest of the way out, try to pick it out of there, and see, my word, if I can pull it out by hand, the sensor through this tiny little hole. Moment of truth. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Looky there. We got it out. Now, you want it to be clean whenever the new one goes in, because if I'm not mistaken, this thing on the bottom is magnetic. Wow, I'm tickled, guys, to be quite frank with you. I probably should have cleaned the entry there a little bit better prior to doing this, but we did get it out. I'm going to retain this bolt. I don't know if the new one has one, but we need to work our way up this right here and remove said retaining clips that we see. I don't know how some of these come on or off, but that is to be TBD, right? And of course, when in doubt, we can always reference the new one. Okay, let's look at our new part. Make sure it looks right, hopefully. It's the same thing, except AC Delco. So, how does this clip come off? I don't really know, nor understand. But I know I have a pry tool, and I'm not scared to pry this old one off. Interesting. I don't understand how that clip came out, but it seems like, I don't know, I should be able to pop it back in. I don't need to retain this clip, but I was curious about how it came off. That's off. We just need to chase our way the rest of the way up, right? So that one I just was able to pry out. Let's move up here. I apologize, the lighting is not the best. We need to move up here to this guy. And once again, let's look at the new one. It has a new clip. That one just pries out. On the bottom here, it would appear. So let's pry that out. Beautiful. Out she comes. Now we're up here. This is a little tricky. I had to actually watch a video to figure out how this plug comes off. Okay, this top plug is going to be difficult to see from your guys' vantage point. This top plug, the trick for it is there is a red tab that's on the back of it that you need to push up on. Well, we could pull this. We should be able to pull this whole thing out. Get under it, pry up, try not to break anything. If I get this out of there, you guys will be able to see what I'm talking about. See this red tab here? You push up on it. Hear that click? There's a black button there. You push that. And whenever you push that button, the idea and the theory, out she comes. That's the old sensor right there. I think to play it smart, I'm going to work backwards from where I did to try to keep this end of the sensor clean, because I'm afraid if I don't, I will contaminate it. And I do not want to contaminate through a new end. I don't know if that's going to be a problem, but I would rather not take a chance. So, do this little retaining tape. I know, sissy. And yes, you do want to retain the bolt because it did not come with a new one. So now I'm going to guide this in the back, just like we did before, and start rerouting everything. Some light would be good. Once again, being very diligent not to mark this up, get it dirty, contaminate it. Thanks, baby. In any fashion. Well, that surprisingly worked. I was able to get it in there and tighten back down. I'm just going to be very honest with you guys, though. You would probably be screwed if that thing was rusted in there. Since mine was replaced recently, I was in decent shape. But if that thing's rusted in there, you're probably going to have to think of something else. You're probably going to have to get that caliper off, to be quite honest with you. I've got it tightened down as tight as I can get it there. Now I'm going to plug in this new clip here. It's a very nice feeling. I'm just going to walk it up the rest of the way. Once again, right here, and then right up here. So we'll push that in. And we'll push that in up here. Just want to make sure I've got it the right way. So I'm going to clip this in up here. I think. Maybe. I don't like how that felt. Isn't it always something? Okay, I think it's clipped in. So now, push that down in there. Line this guy up where we're happy with it. And then, I'm genuinely curious I'm going to clean my hands up just a pinch. I'm going to jump in the truck, turn the key, see if we got a code or if I need to reset it or anything before I start buttoning it back up. Got great news, gentlemen. No light. I'm tickled. I wasn't expecting this to work, to be quite honest, not being able to get that off like I needed to. My wife had even come out and checked on me and said, how much longer is it going to be? You guys know, you've gotten that before, and all I could say was, I don't know. It's close to dinner time. She's ready to eat, so I may take a break momentarily so we could go do that. And then button this thing back up. In all seriousness, if you can get that caliper bracket off, you are going to be in much better shape than what I was. Now I am looking for, this is why I always carry a cart, I am looking for the caliper bolt that I've seemed to misplaced, as I tend to. Well, you guys have heard of Murphy's Law, right? If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. And I think that's a perfect example of this brake caliper here. While I was in the process of shooting this video and everything involved in it, my sweet dear daughter came in here exclaiming she would help me. Of course, I always appreciate the help. But she walked off with one of the caliper bolts, the bottom one that I was able to get out. So, trip to the parts store later, we've got the bottom caliper bolt. I'm going to be putting everything back together now that we've got the wire lined up just as it needs to be. Let's hope we don't have to make another trip back to the parts store. Let's hope it just threads right in. Yeah, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Well, you know how the rest goes. Oh my word. This is not my day, guys. So, let's make a long story short here. We couldn't get this off, right? The caliper mounting bracket. I got the bottom bolt out, but I couldn't get the top one. Top one was put on with the force of Hades or something. I don't know. Well, taking the bottom one out, I put it over in my collection of things I've taken off the truck. And my lovely daughter seemed to have stole a bolt. So I go to our local auto parts store, go home with a bolt. It's the wrong one. Wasn't the fella's fault or anything. He did a good job. Just seemed to be the wrong one for whatever reason. Go back, get the right one. So, had to make 2 trips to the store for this bolt because my lovely daughter lost it. If you need one, well, there's the part number for you. Now it's just a matter of putting it all back together. We're going to put that lower bolt in. I'm going to slap the new brake pads on it, throw this caliper on. We're going to call this job